Did you know that the Galaxy Buds Plus have 7 unique touch commands that can all be used at the same time without having to go into your settings to change some of the commands? In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to set that up, and that is the first of 5 unknown features on the Galaxy Buds Plus. And if you guys stick around to the end of the video, I have a few bonus unknown features for you guys as well. Let's get started. So I put in my Galaxy Buds Plus, and I'm going to share my screen with you guys so you can follow along with how I set all of this up. The first thing you're going to need is the Galaxy Wearable application. If it's not already installed, go to the App Store, search for Galaxy Wearable. It should be the first result. Go ahead and install it. Once it's installed, go ahead and open it. When you open it up, you're going to see an option a little bit further down called a Touchpad. Go ahead and tap that. Now this is going to talk about all of the different touch features on the Galaxy Buds Plus. So single tap is play pause. Double tap will skip to the next track, or if you're getting a phone call, it'll answer the call, or if you're on a call, it'll end the call. Triple tap will skip back a track, and long pressing or touching and holding will activate one of a few different things. Now at the bottom, you can see that your left and right earbud are independent. So if you long press the left earbud, it'll do one thing, or you could long press the right earbud to do a different thing. Right now, by default, you'll probably see that they're both set to ambient mode. But if you tap one of them, you'll see that you get 4 options. So far, we're up to 5 unique commands. Now here's where you get the last 2. We're going to go back to the main menu, scroll to the very bottom. You're going to see an option called Labs. If you tap that, your first option here is double tap earbud edge. And what this is going to do is allow you to increase or decrease volume depending on which earbud edge you're tapping. And it's a different kind of tap. So if I'm tapping on the side like this, that's going to do all the other features I showed you earlier. But if you come in at an angle and tap on this top corner like this twice, then that'll decrease volume from the left bud, increase volume from the right bud. So let me go ahead and turn that on, and let's go ahead and test it out. So if I double tap in this top corner, you'll see my volume just went up. And if I double tap here, you'll see it goes down, down again, down again, down again. So all of my other touch features still work. Single tap will play pause, double tap will go forward, triple tap will go back, long press still activates its individual things as well. So that makes for a total of 7 unique commands with different types of tap gestures and tap sequences. Now I will say that this does take a little bit of getting used to. The first time I enabled this, I did have a hard time getting the volume to go up or down, but I found that if you hold your finger at kind of an angle, and I kind of rest my other fingers on my head like this kind of for stability, and I just tap at a downward angle like this, right on that top corner, and I do that on either, obviously both sides, that seems to work really well, and I get it to work maybe 95% of the time if I kind of come in at an angle just like that. Going back just once in the settings reveals the second unknown feature, and that is the extra high ambient volume. Now this is pretty neat. So if I turn this on and I go back here and scroll back up, you'll see that there's now a 4th option for ambient sound. And it sounds pretty ridiculous when you go to this 4th really high ambient sound level, because it's almost like superhuman hearing. Just rubbing your fingers together, like that's loud in the earbuds. Like you can really hear that, which is pretty ridiculous. So this is good if, let's say, you're working on something upstairs in an office, but you still want to be able to hear someone call up the stairs to you. Having this ambient mode set to the max makes it a lot easier to hear really quiet sounds. So that's kind of the application that you would use this ultra high ambient sound mode in. And I must say it does work pretty well. You could really hear a pin drop with this. There is one thing to be aware of with this ultra high ambient sound mode, and it's that if you bring the buds close together, like if I took the left one out and brought it close to the right one, I'll get some feedback from that, and I'll get kind of a high pitched noise just kind of drilling into my ear if I bring this bud close to that one. So you'd have to take both buds out either with like both hands. Basically, you don't want to bring both buds close to each other when one of them's in your ear, or you're going to hear really loud feedback. Scrolling back down to the labs section, we'll take a look at the 3rd unknown feature, and that is gaming mode. Now, this is really handy, obviously, for playing games or watching movies, because it brings your latency down to almost 0, which is great, because if you're playing a game and you tap something, you want to hear that sound effect right away. Or if you're watching a movie and someone's talking, you want their lips to be perfectly in sync with the sound you're hearing, and putting this into gaming mode guarantees that. There is a catch with gaming mode as well. Because it reduces the latency so much, the stability of the connection reduces. So if you're just listening to music, you need to make sure that you turn this mode off, because if you walk away from your phone, it's not going to take much to lose that Bluetooth connection. But again, if you're playing a game or watching a movie, your phone's going to be right in front of you, so gaming mode's going to work great for that. Bottom line, just remember to turn it off when you're done playing your game or watching your movie. The fourth unknown feature is back on the main page, so we're going to go back one, and then tap Advanced. And here's an option to use ambient sound during phone calls. Now, ambient sound, the reason that's important to use during a phone call is so that you can hear your own voice. It's a lot easier to have a conversation with someone if you can hear your own voice versus having your ears plugged. Your voice sounds kind of weird, and then you end up talking louder than you really should be just because you're kind of muted by having these earplugs in your ears. So by enabling this, it's going to automatically turn ambient sound mode on while you're on the phone call. And if ambient mode was turned off before you started the call, it'll automatically turn it back off when the call is finished. Speaking of phone calls, the next unknown feature is that while you're on a phone call, you can actually long press either bud and it will mute the conversation so the other person can't hear you anymore. So a lot of times you just take your phone out and tap mute, but with this, nope, just long press one of the buds. You hear like a doot doot kind of sound, and then you'll know that they can't hear you anymore. So you can have a quick conversation with somebody else, talk to your kids, tell your kids something like that, and then long press again, come right back and be like, hey, sorry about that, had to mute you for a second, but I'm back. And that's a really neat feature that not many people know about. Real quick, if you guys are getting value out of this video, go ahead and drop a like, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see a lot more in-depth content just like this, and definitely hit that notification bell, because if you don't, even though you're subscribed, you won't actually be notified of any new uploads. Time for some bonus unknown features. Now, something a lot of people don't know when they get Galaxy Buds is how do you pair the buds to other devices after you've already paired them to one device? And it's not totally clear when you're going through the app to kind of figure that out. All you have to do is long press both buds, and it's about 5 seconds that you have to wait. So still going. Okay, there you go. So that's like 5, maybe 7 seconds, and then you hear it start making this kind of beeping sound to let you know that it's in pairing mode. Now all you have to do is go to another device, go to your Bluetooth settings on that device, find the buds, and then tap connect. Now there's something I need to address with connecting to multiple devices. It's something that a lot of people got confused about. So during Galaxy Unpacked, Samsung said that the Galaxy Buds Plus can connect to multiple devices super seamlessly, really easily, and they kind of made it sound like it was a brand new feature, something that wasn't available on the original Galaxy Buds, and people took that to mean that you can connect to multiple devices simultaneously. So you can listen to music on a tablet, and then if you get a phone call, your buds are still connected to your phone, so you can just answer the call with the buds. That is not the case. You do have to transfer connection from one device to another device before you can take the call. And this is exactly how it worked with the original Galaxy Buds as well. So if I was connected to my Galaxy Note 10 Plus and I want to connect to my iPhone 11 Pro Max, then I would just go into the Bluetooth settings for the iPhone 11 Pro Max, tap connect to the Galaxy Buds Plus, and it would pull the connection from the Note 10 to the iPhone 11 Pro Max. And if I wanted to switch back, just go to the Bluetooth settings on the Note 10 Plus and tap connect on the Galaxy Buds Plus again, and it would pull the connection back to the Note 10 Plus. So if you were hoping for true simultaneous connections to multiple devices, sorry, that's not available on the Galaxy Buds Plus. Another bonus unknown feature is that the Galaxy Buds Plus application is now available for the iPhone. Previously, with the original Galaxy Buds, there was no Galaxy Buds application, so there were a lot of features you were missing. You couldn't customize the long press options, you couldn't use the Find My Buds feature, which would make the buds chirp if they were out of the case and lost on your floor or under a couch or something. It would make them chirp pretty loud so you could find them. You didn't have that feature either when you were paired to an iPhone, but now you do get all of those features. All you have to do is download the Samsung Galaxy Buds Plus application from the Apple App Store. There are 2 features missing on the iPhone version of the application. You're missing gaming mode, and you're missing the ability to start a Spotify playlist by long pressing one of the earbuds. Besides that, you get all of the other features. Let me know how many of these features were new to you in the comments down below. And if you guys want to see a comparison between the original Galaxy Buds and the Galaxy Buds Plus, go ahead and click this video over here. Or if you guys are just super hyped about the Galaxy Buds Plus and you just want to buy a pair, I do have Amazon links down in the description and in a pinned comment. As always guys, like it if you liked it, share it if you loved it, and subscribe for more in-depth tech coverage. And don't forget to hit the notification bell because you won't get any notifications of my uploads unless that bell is clicked. That's it for this Techisode. God bless guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.